So many people want to start a YouTube channel and become a YouTuber. That way they can make money from the comfort of their own home. Even 20 years ago, kids wanted to be what? They wanted to be astronauts, they wanted to be teachers, they wanted to be doctors, they wanted to be the president. Byron. All of that is long and gone. Now, the only thing that kids want to be are TikTokers and YouTubers. So that gave me the idea. I thought, hey, I have a YouTube channel, I'm monetized on it. How easy would it be for someone like myself to start all over today? Could I take the information and all the know-how that I learned over the last 2 years of doing trial and error on YouTube and trying to make something out of this channel? And could I just start a brand new channel with all that information and get that channel monetized in just 30 days? Well, that's exactly what I wanted to find out. So I started a brand new channel called Rue Vlogs, where I decided that I will film a video every single day as part of a big series that is somewhat niche, but also trending up and up. And I will post every single day for 30 days straight. For those 30 days, I picked a small enough niche, but one that is also getting some traction behind it. So that way the channel has more and more potential to actually blow up, both in the short and also in the long term. And before we go any further, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Rue, and I've been in the investing and business space since 2009, and I have no course or seminar to sell you. All I want to do is make you richer than you were yesterday. And this is actually a video part of a whole entire series where I do side hustles and show you exactly what it takes to do them and how much money you make, etc., etc. So if you like that type of content, make sure to subscribe to follow along. And now let's talk about the niche that I went into as part of this video. So the niche that I picked to do this whole series and to do the whole vlog about is actually called the lion diet. For those of you who are unfamiliar, it's similar to like the carnivore diet, but essentially I just eat meat. It's also similar to keto if you're familiar with keto, but I like to call it the anti-vegan diet. Essentially, it's a diet that was popularized by Michaela and Jordan Peterson and is a diet that helped them with their autoimmune disorders. So I thought, why not try it? Especially because Jordan and Michaela Peterson have been getting a lot more attention lately and thus raising awareness to the lion diet as well. And because they swear by this diet and this way of eating, I thought it would be a perfect subject to do a whole entire vlog series about. And as they get more popular, so would my series. The perfect plot. So here is the story about how I tried to become a professional YouTuber in just 30 days. First, I sat down and started to take some notes on what it would actually take to do this whole series. And one of the biggest things that I looked at is inspiration from other creators. Personally, I really like Ryan Trahan's Penny Day series, and I thought that would be a good place to start. I then created a similar outline for my videos, and I recorded my first vlog. And I thought it was gonna be a fun time, and it was gonna be really easy, even though it is a little bit outside my niche. But boy, was I wrong. I posted the first video, and in the first day, it got a whopping 2 views, and both of those were me. Then I continued on my journey and tried to not look at the analytics for my 30-day series. And the reason being is if I had looked at the actual numbers every single day, I'd likely end up being in my own head about everything that's going on. And because the numbers are probably lower than I wanted them to be, I'd end up feeling less and less motivated, thus not filming as much or just not caring as much, and thus not being able to finish the challenge. And that means falling flat on my face entirely, which I obviously didn't want. So I did just that. I posted day in and day out, hardly looking at my analytics at all. I checked in once or twice after that day, but for the most part, I decided to not look at it as much as possible. Not only did I post day in and day out every single day, but I also set aside some time for this channel, which is my main channel, and I even knocked out some short pieces of content to really drive the traction of my longer episodes as well. Now, looking back, that actually worked quite well, and I'd probably do that again if I had to start from zero. But even with the shorts taking off, my view counts were still not quite where I wanted them to be. But nonetheless, I kept going, and I actually ended up finishing all 30 days, and this is why I'm making this video, because the results were actually pretty surprising. Not only did I get more views in the first 30 days of that channel being created than I got on this channel in my first 30 days, but we also got 1 million subscribers. No, I did not actually. By the end of the 30 days, we ended the challenge with a little over 50 subscribers. and in my opinion, a really good mini vlog series about the lion diet, which I can tell you was a lot of fun, but also extremely hectic to record and edit and post and prep and also do this channel every single day for 30 days straight. And I actually didn't have any help, so it took a lot of time, a lot of sacrifices, and the grind was intense. By the end of each day, I was mentally, physically, and creatively drained. But through that, I learned a lot. And here is exactly what I learned from doing that series. And the first question I had to ask myself, would I ever do something like that again? And was it worth it? And to be honest with you guys, I do at some point, maybe with a different fitness challenge, something like 75 hard, or I'm not sure yet. But this time around, I probably would want to hire an editor to help me with the videos. Because as much as I like editing, I would prefer to just focus on the daily challenge and really optimize what I get filmed. So that way I can send it to an editor and they'd be working on the edit while I film the next one. And on top of all that, it made me really appreciate and understand how difficult and challenging the YouTube game really is. Which I kind of knew already since I've made hundreds of videos in the past, and that has gotten me to where I am today. And I have a lot of room to grow and still a lot of things that I can improve on, but it was truly an experience for the books. And it helped me understand that YouTube isn't a place that you just go and try to blow up or even be consistent enough to the point where YouTube will just pick up your videos and put it into the YouTube algorithm and you'll get millions of views. And honestly, it's more of a platform where you kind of need a following from other social media platforms in order to truly grow. And it definitely helps to have a name for yourself already. And it's way more difficult to start at zero than if you have 1 million followers on Instagram, for instance. And that's especially true if you have no previous experience in marketing, sales, design, video editing, or maybe you're lacking in the creativity department. If you want to do YouTube full-time or even part-time, you should surely pursue it, but only if you love it, and don't do it for the money or the fame, because most likely you will end up feeling disappointed and working endless hours just to make tiny little incremental baby steps. And hopefully that answers the big, long, old question of, can you become a successful YouTuber in just 30 days? The answer is most likely no.